we're here with Matt from RMD with the latest model that's come out from RMD. You remember I reviewed it back in 2019, the last mice that was on, and they're here to introduce the Stylus. So thanks, Matt, for joining me and talking with us. Tell me a bit about the Stylus and what upgrades have happened since the original Nexus 1.
Yeah.
And people about it that I don't know.
That you don't know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is everything.
Yeah. So basically, with the success of the Nexus, people absolutely loved it, but we had lots of customers that really wanted to customize it to make it truly their own. And of course, the Nexus comes in, 32 colors as standard, but we had lots of people saying, oh, I want to put this pattern, I want to put my cafe logo across the front here. So what we decided to do is we decided to make something that they could do that with and, create their own sandpit with, but also slim down a couple of the things to make it more price effective.
Right.
So the Nexus is obviously a super premium machine. It's up there competing with the likes of the Slayers and whatnot. But we wanted something that was maybe a little bit more price point friendly as well.
Yeah.
So what we did is we went back to the drawing board. We changed the manufacturing technique. So we got these here square panels, and then we made it so that they can customize these panels as it is. Obviously, we squared this across the top. Our customers now can get the front panel and then the rear panel just over the top here, and they can do that in any customization that they want straight out of the box.
Cool. Yeah.
This particular one here, we've done a collaboration with an artist out of Brisbane, so this is their work here.
Wow.
But let's just say we get somebody like yourself and you say, Matt, I really want leopard print.
Yeah. I want leopard print.
You want leopard print. And we're like, sure thing, man, anything you want.
Wow.
So what we'll do is we'll get the leopard print CAD off you, or we can work with you to get on, and then we'll put it on straight out.
Wow.
So it means that you can get it straight out of the box with all the customizations that you want, and straight there. Ditto with the top. It comes either standard in this beautiful matte black or in powder coat matte white. Or if you want it to be customized, we can also customize that at a slight extra cost, but the customizations on the front and the back completely as standard. And of course, doing this way, these come off really easily, just like that. So,
yes.
Yep, what you can do,
I'll just get that.
you get this, so you can pull this completely off. And let's just say you're having like a different day, you want to set a different mood in your venue, you can have several sets of these and you can change them over really easily. So these ones here, the front one you can change over in about 10 seconds. The back one takes a little bit more because you've got the wiring, but still really quick job. And of course, if you really want to get funky and you want to change the complete appearance of the outside as well, we can do that. And you get the tech in, you can do that in about 30 minutes. So, yeah.
I'm thinking holiday, Christmases, Halloween, Easter. I'm like, man, I actually really love that. That is super innovative because, most machines, like you have one shot at customizing it, and that's how it lives for the rest of your life. And if I saw someone do a really pink metallic with black, and it was really specific to that cafe. And I always thought, what happens when they want to upgrade that machine and they want to sell that? Who else is actually going to buy that machine because it's so customized to that specific cafe?
Yeah.
Whereas this just allows you to customize it daily.
Yeah.
And when it comes to sell, you put on whatever one sells the best.
That's right.
And then you sell it with your panels or whatever. I love that. And that's something that has always attracted me to RMD, is the innovation behind it. Obviously, the fact that it's still, I think, the only open see-through coffee machine. I haven't seen anything else like that. I mean, you've got your glass ones, but this one is the only ones. I remember Rempt van der Donk saying it's like the curtains of a theatre, and then you're opening up and the begins.
Open up the curtains in the morning, and the theatre can start, the show can go on.
Yeah, exactly what it is now, which is beautiful.
Yeah. It's all about giving coffee that stage and tearing down that wall.
Yeah.
So, the baristas are on display and it invites the customer in.
Yeah.
And like you said, when it comes to customizing it, it makes it timeless.
Yeah.
So, you can change it to suit whatever's going on. If you do a redesign with your cafe and you want a new look, but you don't want to invest 30, 40 grand on a brand new machine, There you go.
Yeah.
Brand new panels.
So aside from that customization, are there any other upgrades that have happened with the functionality behind it? Because I remember talking to AREMDE back in the day, and there was a few limitations. I think there wasn't a manual button. It was only presets. You could only do presets at that particular time.
Yeah.
So what's the upgrades in the functionality that bring in line with other coffee machines?
Yeah, so since you spoke to AREMDE, there's been a few big developments on that front, and that's being carried across to both the Stylus and the Nexus as well. So you can have a few different presets, and you can change them when you want to as well. So with the buttons, you can have a one dose, which is a short dose, and one dose, which is a longer dose, or vice versa. And it just depends on what your preference is for your button combination. You can also have a continuous pour, so that manual sort of thing that Brent was talking about. We've taken that in, we can integrate that into the system now.
Right.
And then we've also got a dedicated flush function as well.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, 4 complete different functions. And then of course as well with the water, with the tea.
Yep.
We've made that so that that's now programmable with 2 separate doses as well.
Okay.
So let's just say you've got like 2 different size cups, and you've got 2 different size long black serves. You can set that up so that it's customizable. You don't have to be sitting there constantly tapping it out. So yeah.
How has it gone with serviceability? Because obviously it's the body of it sits underneath here.
Yeah, that's
so out of view.
Yeah.
Which makes it great because to access it, you don't have to pull apart the machine. You can just jump underneath.
Yeah.
How's it gone? Like, how have you found it in the marketplace in terms of serviceability and stuff like that?
So we've had fantastic feedback with that, and that was actually one of the things that also came into designing the Stylus as well. So with the Nexus and the Stylus, they've got the same underbody under-counter unit with what's on the trolleys with the wheels, so you can pull it out. Tech can get to it really easily. Even the cafe owner or the barista, if they need to make a small adjustment on the fly or whatever, they can just pull it out, do the thing, and pop it in. It makes it really easy for them to get to. As far as getting into the countertop unit goes, because we've now got this sort of modular chassis, so to speak, it means that if we do need to quickly get in there to make some adjustments or, do some maintenance, it's a lot easier to do. Because all of these panels, they come off separately. So you got your front, your back, and you got a top panel, and then also underneath as well. So for the technicians, it's now much easier to service with the Stylus. Very, very accessible, and it cuts down that service time.
Great.
So
Yeah, that's awesome. I'll ask this question because I asked it to Rem before. When are you making a home version or a single group version of this? Because he just thought it would be too expensive. But you're seeing now machines coming out that are priced at that 13,000 level, like the GS3. You've got the GS3, you've got the new Synesso ES1. You've got Slayer One Group. So you've got a lot of those high-end machines that are now making their way into home. And like, if I had to choose, I would take the AREMDE. Because it's just like that centerpiece in your house would just be a talking point.
That's right. Yeah.
So any plans in the future about bringing in a single group?
It is definitely still on the horizon. It was definitely on the horizon, and what we decided to do is we decided to push out with this machine first, just because that was what the market was telling us. But with COVID and everything, people's habits have changed. A lot more people these days making coffee from home, and they want that same discerning cafe sort of experience in their home. So people are a lot more receptive to spending that, a little bit more to get that premium product, that quality coffee at home. So that's definitely on our radar. I wouldn't be surprised, of course I'm not the authority, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is the next product that you see from AREMDE.
I'm excited to wait for that. Inside intel.
That's on background.
This one's a 2 group. Oh no, this one's a 3 group.
This is a 3 group.
What group sizes does it come in? 2, 3, 4?
It comes in 2 and 3 at the moment. We haven't done a 4, but it's not to say that it probably couldn't be done. Truthfully, these days, we don't see a lot of 4 group requests out there. What we see from a lot of customers is they want 2 groups because they want to be able to shut one down in periods where it's, not peak time and then expand to that second machine when it's ready to go. So I think a 4 group would be possible, but it's just not being produced yet. But for now, you've got the 2 group and you've got the 3 group in both Nexus and Stylus, and of course then you've got the Nexus Pro upgrade as well.
Okay.
So
And in terms of the boilers in there, can you tell me a bit about for how many boilers we have in there? Are there dedicated steam boilers and group head boilers?
Yes. Yep. So what we've got is we've got a big main boiler, and that services your steam, and then you've got your mini boilers for each individual group head. So obviously in this one there are 3. Boiler is for the steam ones as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't end up going with with extra boilers for the steam units, just because we found that because we've got a big enough main boiler, we could just keep it up. Yeah.
And one thing I think, let me see if it still works. Yep. You can bring in, this is what I love about the AREMDE design, is that if you want to, you can do steaming on this side. So one thing that I picked up with every other machine, no one has ever done this, and I was talking to Sinessa and I was saying they need to do it.
Yeah.
But when you get your setup, you have your grinders on one end and then you're doing your milk on the other end. Yeah. But inevitably, with the amount of different alt milks that are out there, and your regular milks and your lactose frees and your skims, there's not enough steam. There's enough steam to do it, but there's not enough yeah, you need more head. So the brilliant part about the AREMDE one is that you can jump on this side, not get in the way of the person running shots, and do another steam wand here, or do your little babychino, whatever, whilst you're running your main steam over there for your full cream ones, which is, I really think it's beautiful, and it's a big actual plus for AREMDE over any other machine.
I agree. Yeah. So this opens up a whole new possibility for workflow options in your cafes, particularly if you're high volume. Saturday morning, you're absolutely packed to the rafters, and you've got a million coffee dockets up at once. You can get a person that's on your paso, a waiter, or a second barista come around, and they can steam milk for you on the other side of this machine. It's freeing up the space for the shop barista and the milk baristas to do their thing, and you can help out as well. So it's just a simple matter of just reaching across, and you click the button, off it goes. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Only AREMDE offer that.
Thank you very much for meeting with us and talking with us, Matt. And I'm really excited to see how this goes in the marketplace, and how the next innovations coming out of AREMDE, what they're going to be, what we're going to see. I'm really excited because I love this brand. I love the innovation that's going and happening in this brand, and I can't wait for the future. So, thanks very much.
Thank you.